Hi everyone, I just wanted to share some information that I thought would be helpful during these difficult times. Understanding your intuition from collective panic, clearing and protecting your energy. They go very well together. We have a lot going on in our world globally that is causing a lot of panic and negativity. In fact, so I'll explain from the very beginning. If one person with 7 million followers makes some kind of bogus claim that the world will end or something like that, 700 people have heard that. They can either react in panic or they can diffuse the situation and let it go. Energy is transmutable. We share energy, we conduct energy, we push energy. The more vessels that have one particular belief system, the stronger that belief is. Now, this is important here on Earth right now, because right now we have a global pandemic. It's the first time in probably all of human history that the world has been on the same page energetically. And if that is panic, the world is consumed in panic. And if that's peace, the world is consumed in peace. But we don't have one particular person who can create that much peace. So what we have is a pandemic panic. So it's really important to kind of be able to be the very few people who know how to diffuse that negativity and negative panic and create inner peace, which actually becomes outer peace. So that cloud of toxic energy, that belief system, takes on a mind of its own. It really does get more and more powerful. Essentially, 7 million people believing one thing is something that an intuitive can pick up on. So a lot of readers around the world who haven't really practiced or had guides or teachers or really used their gifts in other ways are actually picking up the same verbal prediction. And the reason is because it's so doused in the atmosphere, it's so thick in our environment that many people are reading the same exact thing. They're actually hearing global panic and not hearing their higher self. So we are, as intuitives, supposed to connect to our higher self. Our higher self is our soul, our collective subconscious database, our master self. This is who we connect to when we meditate, when we heal, when we ask for intuition, when we ask for guidance. What we have to learn to do is differentiate between our higher self and the influence of our environment. So what are we hearing from our higher self versus what's going on out here? When we have global panic, that global panic can become so powerful that it almost masks the voice of our higher self. It makes it nearly impossible to hear it. And we now believe this panic as true because it's coming through in the same way that our intuition would. So I'm a gift seer, gift trainer, energetic seer, so I can see a lot of things, and that's how I've come to learn the difference here. I also train other people to use their gifts. I sense the global panic, but I also can speak to my own higher self and get information from the Akashic records, Akashic guides, and higher sources. Therefore, I can tell the difference here. I also have to train people to not be biased when they're digesting information from spirit, when they're delivering information. We work through that by healing, by training. So it's something I deal with a lot, and I've seen happen a lot of times. And I feel like without the information out there, a lot of people will just keep pushing this panic out into the world and this misguiding systems. We are filters to the information we get from spirit. If we are panicked, if we are nervous, if we are upset, if we truly want if we want to believe something is true, we will interject that bias into our message from source, even if it's from source or higher self. If we don't know that we're interjecting or poisoning or intoxicating that message, then we can't really differentiate between our message and our own thoughts, our own belief systems and structures. We are in fact filters. So as it comes through us, even if we are channeling or opening or connecting or speaking telepathically, we still interfere with that unless we actively know how not to. So the first thing I would like to teach people to do is to check their body for a panic response. It's almost like truth testing your body. If you put yourself in a place of neutrality, That means perfect internal, external peace. You are at peace and at one. This is a place where most of us get to during deep meditation or just meditation or even conscious breathing. We inhale high vibrational energy. We exhale any toxins, obstructions to our body, any cramping, any tension, any pain in our shoulders, any discomfort. We release it and we let it go. When we get to a place of neutrality, we can't find anything else that has tension in it. We're letting that all go, and we now feel aligned to our body. We feel like there's nothing else there. We don't need to remove anything else. Then you can try a statement of truth. I'm wearing a sweater. That is true. There's no reaction to my body. I stay neutral. Now we can react to panic. The world will explode. Panic. Does your chest hurt? Do your shoulders hurt? Did your neck tense? Did your jaw tense? Do you feel stressed? Are you worried now? This is panic. You're talking about the difference between truth and panic. You're testing your body to understand the difference. So then when you hear something in your environment, you go from truth to panic, and you can see the difference within your body, within your reaction, within your energy. You feel the energy coming forward. If this message comes through with this intoxicating panic, then it is simply panic. It is not intuition. And if it's coming through with peace and clarity and keeping you at neutral, and you feel even higher or more aligned or vibrationally in tune with the message, then you are feeling intuition. You are not feeling panic. So differentiating between the two is a very powerful ability that we should all kind of take in and master. Now, another thing, it's a lot of us are facing a lot of negativity right now. We're facing negativity in ourselves, within our thoughts, and with our environment, and with other people. It's just saturating our environment. So I thought I'd come on and explain some ways that we protect ourselves from our environment. Healing is always going to be the solution to everything. The more we heal, the stronger we get. Most of us here on earth have about 700 lives, 300 to 700 lives. That's 300 to 700 opportunities in the most traumatic incarnation your soul has ever had. So to say we have no traumas would be, it's absolutely untrue. Essentially, we're so disconnected from the depth of our soul that we believe that we have no traumas, and every single 701 of those lives was absolutely perfect and flew by with no obstructions or no guilt and no remorse or nothing to heal. Our chakras are more like onions. If we have 700 lives, you have 700 layers. Going through those 700 layers, pulling out every single life, that's what I do. I help people heal so much that they begin healing themselves. Every time we heal, we bring our attention and energy back into center. We are able to evolve ourselves. We're able to connect to our soul. We're able to amplify our gifts. Essentially, all the energy you wasted on all this trauma that's been lost in all these lives, all these fraction versions of selves that you've kind of gone missing over time, are now functioning as one very powerful vessel in one very powerful existence. And you are able to now take control, heal, develop your gifts, follow your intuition, be very clear. But besides that, everybody has the ability to clear and heal themselves daily. And this is just really about energetic awareness. Most of us walk around like wide open books, and we let our energy flutter all over us. And it's essentially because we don't know we can control it. So we let our energy kind of flutter around, grab onto others, mix with others, pick up everybody's garbage, get into their emotions in life. Our energy is essentially doing this. It's our fault. What we have to do is we have to pull our energy in under our skin. Our skin is a natural protective barrier. If somebody can't get through your skin, then they can't drop their energy and trash into it. So it does protect us. And this is not like a restriction. We're not retracting in fear. We're not obstructing our energy flow. We are simply allowing the energy to go under our skin to be protected, and then we don't have to pick up everybody's garbage when we're out in public. Also, meditation. You can meditate. I have a guided meditation on my website, New England Psychic Medium, under your healing tools or your healing space. There's a small guided meditation, 13 minutes long. You can do that twice a day. I would recommend doing it as it helps you align, clear, and ground your energy. That is how we protect our energy, by being aware of it, by clearing it, by grounding it daily. You don't have to sit, be still, and do nothing to meditate. You can walk, you can be outside, you can sit in the grass, you can do dishes. I just would recommend headphones if you're going to do that, so you're not distracted by other things, you're actually listening. Now, some of us don't do the sit still and do nothing very well. And that's why that's really important to note, because if meditation has always been really hard for you and you have a hard time focusing and grounding and sitting still and doing nothing, then it's probably because you should be moving, and it works just as well or even better, especially during these times. If we're carrying a lot of negativity, being outside and grounding is 100% necessary. Let me explain what grounding is. Grounding is the natural intention of expanding your root chakra down through your legs and down into earth, and literally releasing any negativity we are carrying. Earth is a natural transmuter of negative energy. So if we are not grounding, then we don't know how to release that energy. We are housing it, holding it, reacting in it, spreading it. So it's a great way to clear and transmute energy within your body and to release. Now, for protective crystals, I recommend obsidian and selenite. There are a lot of crystals you can use. They're just easy to get. They're everywhere. They're very powerful. You can keep them on you. But the way we would use or charge crystals, I imagine them in my hand. And then I imagine like electrical currents going from one hand to another, and I kind of clear them of any negativity that they have first, and then I give them a job. Your job is to protect me, remove negative energy, keep me clear and energetically protected. And then you can keep them on you and they will do their job. Selenite self-cleansing, obsidian removes negative energy, so together they make a very powerful pair. Now there are a lot of other options. Those are just the two that I would recommend. They're very basic and easy to get. So we have meditation, keeping your energy inward, protecting and cleansing your energy, truth tuning for your energy. And I always tell people, and this isn't really even spiritual, just to not feed into what ifs. You know, if we're constantly overwhelmed about what ifs, make those what ifs positive. If you have a lot of what ifs in your life, what if this, what if that, what if the world falls apart, what if my life crashes before me, what if we are birthing something new? What if we are changing reality for the better? What if something amazing is just around the corner? Make those what ifs positive, because worry will literally only steal your peace. It will not actually help you create any solutions, heal, move forward. It doesn't do anything but steal our peace. So if you're gonna worry or obsess over positive things, try to keep that your focus. Try to stay there and align to that. And I think those are all very helpful ways to kind of clear and balance our energy and stay positive. Drinking plenty of water, even water with intention, is more powerful than water without intention. For example, drinking water and say, clarify and purify me of any negativity, is more powerful than just drinking water, because now you're giving it a job. So there are a lot of ways that we can clear our energy. You don't have to go for a hike or spend 8 hours in the woods. You can just go out to your yard and just step around, stomp around. Imagine the negativity leaving your body and kind of connecting back to earth. Now, these are all tools that I give my students in their class, because when we are actively using our gifts, this is something we absolutely need to do. Another thing is to imagine protective barriers around yourself, or reflective mirrors. A reflective mirror is like an imagery. If you would imagine a reflective mirror, it means everything that hits that mirror that's negative goes back to the sender. So it's just a way to clarify our space and block any negative energy from being directed at us. Now, energy is intention, energy is thought, energy becomes physical reality. So just a thought can protect us from other thoughts, right? Negative thoughts can protect our thoughts, positive thoughts can rewrite negative thoughts. So that's really what we're talking about. We're talking about the changing of alchemy of these thoughts. We're talking about changing the alchemy of our energy, of our world, of this negativity. We are conductors. We are supposed to be conductors of earth and of spirit, but we can be conductors of anger, of hatred, of panic, of negativity, or we can be conductors of love and light and healing. If we are not actively conducting, then we are actively conducting negativity. So we have to be involved. And if we're not involved, there's no control, and we can very quickly spiral out of control. So it's important to understand that, because I think a lot of people are just kind of trying to survive during this time, and they're not actually transmuting that energy or releasing that energy or awakening to their purpose at this time. We are light workers. Light workers must step up and clear energy, or we will all be overwhelmed. So it will be helpful if people kind of do their job and clear the energy and stay focused, and it will help them with their own negativity and their own blocks and their own anxiety and stress. Thanks for listening.